Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel, and we've made it to tank number 3. This time it is a tier 9. So in this season, again, like last time, there are 3 tanks to get: a tier 7, tier 8, and tier 9. Now, I think just like last season, I wasn't a lover of the tier 9. You know, it's a tier 9 premium tank or a collectible tank. You should be excited for higher tier collectible tanks. But yeah, for this one, I'm not excited. Obviously, you can tell by the look of it, it is basically an Emil II. But yeah, I don't think it's strong at all for the time it takes to be able to get this tank in the season. You know, it's a lot of work, and most people won't even be able to reach this far before the season ends. And I just think it is a disappointment. It really is a disappointment. It could be better. You know, it's not massively like bad, but it could be better. Now, with the Emil II, it's an auto loader. You know, it's got 3 shells, or well, it's an auto reloader, so you're reloading each shell. With this tank, it only has 2 shells, which for me, it sucks. You might as well go and buy an Object 752 because it is just much better than this in every way. So we're going to have a look at the stats just before we get to it. And if you do get it all the way, and just for people's reference, if you want to sell it, it is only 1,500 gold. So if you do make it all the way, there's no point even sort of selling the tank. So yeah, I wouldn't if I was you. So let's have a look at the stats. I was just there. So armor 196 on your turret armor and 136 on your hull. So yeah, I mean, you may get bounces on the turret, especially if you are top tier, but if you're up against tier 9s or tier 10s, I don't think they will have too much trouble in penetrating anywhere on your tank. DPM 2251. Magazine reload time is 18 seconds with a shell reload time of 3.75 seconds. And again, it only has 2 shells. So I think already it doesn't look great. You know, 2 shells, 18-second reload on the magazine with almost a 4-second intra-click reload. Yeah, I think that could be better. If it's going to have 2 shells and a magazine reload of 18 seconds, I definitely think they should drop that reload, or the shell reload, to around 2.5 seconds, because I don't think that is great at all. Penetration is through 259 on your AP, 363 on your heat, which, yeah, very good pen. Not too bad at all, and 72 on your HE. Now again, with 2 shells, I was hoping it'd even be higher alpha, but yeah, 410 alpha on your AP, 350 on your heat, and 520 on your HE. So if you can get the HE out, do get it out, because that will make a massive difference. Aim time is not great at 3.8, and the gun dispersion at 0.353 is not great, and it only has 7 degrees of gun depression, which is okay, but not fantastic. And the top speed is 37 kilometers an hour, which is also, in my opinion, quite slow. So already, even the stats, in my opinion, it is average. You know, it's nothing too special at all. I just think, yeah, it could be better. It really could be better, and I was hoping for better. After the last season with the 3 tanks and the tier 9, which I was sort of disappointed with, I was hoping that, you know, this season it might be a little bit different. They might make the tier 9 a little bit better, but I think they're getting worse. Honestly, I do think they're getting worse with these tier 9 tanks. So we're going to play. Obviously, we're going to go with my team. I honestly, with a heavy tank, I do like to go right on this map, but I'm not going to go right without my team. Obviously, I want to be with my team, so that is exactly where I'm going, just to help my team out. And again, never go on your own. You know, even if you think you should go right, if none of your team go right, don't continue to go right. Just go with your team, even though you might think it's not the best move. But being with your team is definitely better than being that side of the map where pretty much all the tanks are going to be on your own. So yeah, I see it a lot. People like, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. So they continue just to go on their own. Just don't do it. It's stupid. So obviously we are spotted. We do use a bit of heat. Now don't be afraid to use heat. If you have to use heat, use heat. Now back in the day you don't get it as much now because you do less alpha when you use heat. But back in the day you use heat on someone because you couldn't penetrate them. You used to get abuse. Like you get it now occasionally, but people will like you pramo, you sort of spammer, you heat spammer and all this crap. It's there for a reason. It's there for a reason to freaking use it. You're not going to fire AP at someone if you know you're not going to be able to penetrate them, you know? Use heat, it's there. Yes, you're going to do less damage, but at least you're probably going to penetrate them, especially when you do have penetration like this tank has got. The heat, I think, is very good penetration, to be honest. So, yeah, don't be afraid to use it if you have to. So far, 1100 damage. This Skoda T56 manages just to back up in time. But yeah, I would change the tank. Definitely, I would change the tank. I don't think it is strong enough to compete with a lot of tier 9s and definitely tier 10s. Tier 8s, yeah, you know, you might get bounces here and there, and you might sort of have the roundabout the same DPM, but tier 10 you really will struggle. You're not gonna bounce too much up against those tier 9s or those tier 10s, and to effect some tier 8s or most tier 8s will probably be able to penetrate you as well, even if you are kind of in a hold down position. So watch this shot, 615, beautiful. That's why I say if you can, do get the HE out because it will help you. But yeah, I just think there's too much wrong with it. I think there's just too many negatives about the tank, to be fair. The DPM is okay, but it's not the best. And with the 2 shots, the reload, the magazine reload, the intra-clip reload, the armor, even though we're going to bounce that guy, but he is shooting heat into the side of us, which, you know, it's only gonna sort of splash off. So yeah, that's not too bad. I just think it could be better. I think that the tank could be better, and it's not enjoyable. I would rather go and play the Emil II. I would definitely rather go play the Emil II over this. It's the 2 shots, I think. The 2 shots are just, I think, you know, it's kind of boring. So let's just go back. Let's just go and have a look at the Emil II, shall we? Because I think it's better. One, it's got that speed boost. You know, it's got the ultra speed boost, which is very good. DPM, I don't think there is too much in it for DPM, to be fair. The turret armor, roughly the same. DPM, yeah, DPM's roughly the same, but you have the 3 shells and it is an auto reloader, which makes all the difference. So it's roughly the same DPM, but if you use the Emil II as a single shotgun, then the reload is going to be better anyway. Penetration is still decent. You're only doing 10 alpha less as well. So yeah, definitely prefer the Emil II over this tank, which is a shame because again, as I said, I was hoping it would be a little bit better. I think it looks great. It's a shame that that yellow on the turret stops. It would be better, I think, if it just went down the gun, because I just don't think it looks. I don't think it looks great. It goes under the gun, which is okay, but I think it should go above the gun. But you know, that's just me being picky. Overall, it's not the worst tank, but it's not the best tank. And considering you're going to spend a lot of time grinding it, a lot of people, I do think, will be disappointed. Of course, there are going to be some people out there that like the tank. Someone like Droodles might get the tank. He might absolutely love it. He may play it a different way, and he may have a different opinion to me. That is absolutely fine. We here on this channel welcome multiple opinions. This is just my opinion. I can only go by my opinion. Someone else's opinion may be completely different. So, yeah, just wanted to add that in there. So I hope you enjoyed today's videos of the 3 new tanks. Do try to go for them because, you know, they can be cheap, they can be free, and they can be good as well. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Meadsy, and I will catch you all tomorrow for a brand new tank. Goodbye. With
Bye.